I'm just setting up the live stream and then we'll start in a minute. So I'll just set the stage over here. I believe most of the times we would be, I would only be doing the talking. So if I ask you all anything, please do, reply by saying a yes or a no, or giving in your answers in the chat. That would be nice to know so that I can know what's the pulse going on and what you think. Hmm? See in the fridge. Okay, so I've reached my time limit on YouTube. Which ones are that? Only 10. Okay, I think I'm done. So let's get started. Okay, great. Hi, Bhavya. Bhavya is the CEO of Electrotech Transmission Private Limited, manufacturers of transformers and based in Indore. Nice. Manoj is a manufacturer of herbal cosmetic, hair and skincare products under the brand name Abja. Aparna is into organic Gujarati pickles, founder of Cuboid International Exports. Very interesting. So we do understand that, today's situation is such where, we are looking to enter into the export market, but given the situation is a little volatile, we still are, pretty positive that in the long run, exports are going to be something of a driver for us. So it's a great time at this point, in fact, to start setting up your profiles to ensure that you're getting visible on the right spaces, because we do know that being online is really, really important today. So, in this webinar today, it's more of a strategy discussion which I would be having with you. What we would be talking right now so I won't be just showing you what globalLinker is, and obviously we'll be talking a little bit about that. But if you think about this discussion as, how you want to position yourself online, it would be much better on this. So I would be just outlining what you should be doing and and your mindset, and you are able to position your path on how you want to get yourself listed online. So we'll talk about what are the different sales channels that are available for you as an exporter where you would like to be. The second part we'll talk about is why you should be having a good product catalog wherever you're listed. Then we'll talk about some, we'll deep dive into these sales channels that you can list on and be visible in. And then we'll talk about some other, logistical things which you can look at, and how, we'll also talk about some case studies where some how members have actually leveraged these uh, sales channels and are taking forward over here. So I'll look at the time. Yeah, I think we should get started now. So when we are looking at, when I know you've created your account, and firstly, welcome to globalLinker. And we are here to support you in your export journey and also B2B journey, actually. So let's see what globalLinker has in store for you. I don't know if this is getting shared yet. List. Huh. So as you create your account on globalLinker, I hope my other screen can be shared. It's the globalLinker account. If you can please chat me a yes, it would be helpful. Okay, thank you. So, yeah, as you sign into your account on globalLinker, what you can see over here is, many statistics which are telling you about where your products are getting viewed globally, etc. So it gives you your global reach. Given that you start the moment you create your account on globalLinker, just to set the stage right, I would like to let you know that all your products are going to be displayed on the web, and it's going to be discoverable on the web. So the way you show up your products, the way you add your products, the way you add your description, etc., all of that will ensure that we ensure that it starts showing up on the web. So that because bulk of the buyers are starting to search on the web and on Google and on marketplaces. So when you start getting your products displayed over there, that's when you have started building your chances of getting displayed online. Now, what you should be doing over here is we give you a performance overview of how many products you have added here and how many views you're getting. If you have enabled orders or inquiries, then that's where it starts showing up. It also gives you a global a footprint on where your products are getting displayed. And this we can tell is from the marketplace side, because if your products are displayed on the B2B marketplace, then that's where you can see all these statistics coming up. You can manage your catalog right from here itself and do many other things actually. So yeah. And yeah, one very important part is being on the platform is you can also manage your product. You can manage your profile as well. Yeah, you can update your profile from here. And your profile also starts getting indexed and viewed online. So, for when you have limited presence, like you either, you just have an offline catalog, or you're getting in touch with businesses via email calling or Excel calling, etc. Then having one of the things buyers always do is a check for a business online. So when you are online, it helps businesses understand who you are. It builds buyer confidence as well. So the many places you are having a presence in, it's where you're building your digital footprint. So try and be present in as many marketplaces as possible. Try and be present, like have your own website. A website is where somebody goes to check for your credibility and your certifications and all of that. While in B2B marketplaces, people also try to understand what your products are. I will also go and check for your reviews in different sites and see. So I go to 3, 4 places to understand what this business is, to get confidence. And if I'm sitting as a business abroad, outside of India, that's my only way of trying to figure out whether the business I am currently reviewing is sound or not. So building your digital presence is critical, and building it in the right way at the right places is also equally important. Now let's see what globalLinker helps you do. globalLinker also has a social feed kind of a thing where you can also post and build awareness amongst the members of their own community as well. So you can do that too. globalLinker also has a marketplace, which we'll go into later. But because you have access to your own account over here, you can view all the RFQs which buyers come to the globalLinker marketplace and post over here. So they come to globalLinker marketplace and they do two things. They come and visit the product page of a particular supplier and send an inquiry directly to them. That's one. And second is they come over here and they just place a general inquiry that I'm looking for these hexagon head bolts and screws, for instance. And we're looking for delivery in this place, etc. So now when you can view this particular RFQ, and if it's something which you are able to uh, offer, then you should quote for these RFQs. So we are trying to bring you all the buyers RFQs in one place. You can review them, and if something which you can supply, please quote now. So that's how you can actually quote over here. So you get an immediate access to buyer leads. You get an immediate access to starting to being online. And here is how you actually quote. It's a very form, like there's no complication in submitting a quote, but you simply just have to select your product from your catalog. So for example, if this is something which is I'm providing, which is not currently in my catalog, so I will not be even be able to add it. But here I can just select one, for example. I enter the quantity, I'm able to offer the unit, So ideally, and what is my lead time? I can give this in 15 days. What is my per unit price? So whatever the unit I've selected, what would be the per unit price and in the currency which I want to offer it in. So typically, if I'm doing it for a foreign buyer, in this case, I'm looking in the UAE, I would quote in either US, I would quote in USD and not in INR. So any other details I would like to add? So my product specifications are already getting tagged over here. But if I have to add any other requirements with respect to special packaging, custom requirements, branding, etc., you can add it over here so that it reaches directly to the buyer. And then you hit on send. In this case, the buyer gets the quote directly from you. And you can also add images to support your, if you would like to add anything over there. And you can send it across. This will go directly to the buyer. And the best part is a chat opens up between the buyer and you, like over here. So I may have done this in the past. So I'm just showing you. So here I get an invitation to quote, and then I respond back with my quote over here. The buyer sees exactly the similar chat from his account on the globalLinker platform, and he can communicate with you. And you all can just, you can send in, once you send a quote, you can send a follow up. So you can just say, hello there, I'm following up. Are you looking for changes? So once you send this across, it kind of, it can just go directly to the buyer as well. And you just send it as a normal chat. This goes to the buyer and he will, okay, you can't see my screen share. I'm sorry. It should be visible. Can you see it now? I'm assuming my screen can be visible now. Okay, great. Thank you. So here, you can chat and you can continue chatting with all your other uh, buyer RFQs as well if you have anything. I'll just close this, come back over here. So please review these RFQs because they're meant for you to quote at. There are a lot of them in different industries, right? From tech to agriculture to specialized machinery and tools, etc. Those are the ones we are typically seeing at this point of time. Moving on, you can also manage your catalog right on from here. You can update your profile from here. So you can update your profile over here because somebody who's visiting your product page, the next step would be to understand the business and who they are, and how you update your product is from here. So yeah, so Aparna, here you update your profile from here. So if you click on the top right, here is where you can update it, and here is all the details. So you can update your logo, your banner, and there's an edit option. You can see over here, and you can edit different fields, and I'll show you how a completed field or profile also looks like, so you get an idea of what what it would look like once you complete the field and why you should be doing that. Your addresses, very important is certifications, because that's what gives the buyer confidence about your business and who you are. So as many certifications and awards you have, you should proudly you should put it on your website and on your profile as well, any profiles that are listed online. Hmm. So now coming back to my profile, sorry, and one thing I wanted to show you is how do I update my product catalog. So since you have, over here, we have a catalog where you can update your products over here. So you can add all your products over here as well. It's pretty simple. And if you're on the premium plus plan, then you can actually get access to a wholesaler panel as well, where you can, manage your product catalog over here. But we'll talk about that in detail. Right now, we don't want to move into that one. Hmm. Yeah. We move into the next point to say is that, okay, now that I've created an account on globalLinker, where is your catalog going to be displayed? So we have built 5 channels of display. So just by adding a product on globalLinker doesn't mean it's only going to be shown to globalLinker members or globalLinker buyers. Like I said earlier, we are actually designed it so that it gets your entire profile and all your products in your catalog get indexed on the web. And this is how we start showing it. So, one, it shows on globalLinker, which is a B2B marketplace managed by us. It is for domestic as well as international buyers. You can also start showing your product catalog by creating or building your own B2B website and an e-commerce store right from globalLinker. So globalLinker also offers hosting services where you can create a B2B website or an e-commerce ready store as well. The third is your profile, which I just showed you the back end of on how you can update it, but I'll show you the front as well. The next is the Indian Business Portal. The Indian Business Portal is an initiative by FIO, the Federation of Indian Export Organization, is the apex export body where all exporters can actually, put list their products over there for inquiries. It's an inquiry only platform. And the last one is ONDC. So this is ONDC is the open is an initiative again by the government where you can show your products and offer it for sale. So it's more for B2C at this point of time. And you can also show your products on the B2C network. Via globalLinker, via your own website, by your company profile, and by getting listed on Indian Business Portal and ONDC, you are creating 5 channels of visibility for your company and its products. So it's a great way that just by adding your product only once in your catalog, creating a single account on globalLinker, you can show your products in 5 places. That's 5 times of visibility you're getting. Okay. So before we move on to, oh, sorry. We'll go there, but I'll also go here. Hmm. I hope my screen is visible again. So one thing I would like to cover over here is how can we have a good product catalog? Okay, if there's something I'm clicking and it's not working out, so I'll just show it over here. So we have you need to when you're creating a catalog anywhere online, so be it on on globalLinker, or you're creating it on different marketplaces, or even if you're building your own catalog yourself, make sure you're meeting certain standards, because a reader or your buyer, he's looking for certain things to understand what your product is, what are the other things which can meet his requirement. So make sure that your product is having clear and sharp photographs. That's the one of the key ways to know what your product is. The second is your product names should be very clear. No complications, but instantly it should be understandable, and it should be short and clear. The description should convey what you're trying to say. So it should have the right specifications, it should have the right benefits, and the reader should be able to understand like this that what is your product all about. And any questions he may have with respect to specs and all, make sure you add it in the descriptions. And yeah, your description should be also SEO friendly. So I'll just go to the live page where this product is going. Actually, that's why I think I moved out. But yeah, so having it displayed on your own website, like the same catalog has been displayed on this business's website, which you can see. You can see that it is also, I can directly send a code from here. So my product page, one, is indexed on the web. And if a buyer comes and visits my website and he comes to my product page, he can read all the details about my product and actually send a quote to me. So my product catalog is working for me 24/7 via my website. So that's pretty cool, right? And I don't have to be awake for this. So I get my quote in the morning and I can immediately respond to it. So think of a product catalog as a salesperson who's talking to the buyer 24/7, who's out there waiting to get discovered. So you should be writing your products accordingly and your details accordingly. Moving to the next one. So here is another one. Here's just another example, actually, which I would like to show you of another product which is mentioned over here. So this is again another very small B2B product, but matchboxes. Very this. But if you see the images, very nice, clear images. The names are also mentioned like that. Price is not mentioned because it's one, and they have mentioned that if you want, you have to reach out to me to understand the pricing. Very nice images are mentioned. I should have an option to share my catalog as well. And you see there's an MOQ attached to it. So being in B2B, I can also have the facility to put an MOQ on my product. And here again, I can send an inquiry. So you can see that there are wooden safety matches, etc. So we can click on this and this should open up. Okay, it is visible. So we can see this is again on the live website of that individual. If you search for it on the web, and you're looking for a matchbox, it could land up, Google results could come up and then you could show up in the search. And if somebody clicks on your product, they can come and see your product image and send you an inquiry directly. So again, you're just building an opportunity for yourself by doing it. Now, having a good product catalog is important for exactly this reason, that it helps you, once and for all, you have created your product and it is listed online. The same product catalog can be shared with anybody, your existing clients as well. Even new clients are discovering you like this, and you don't have to build any more PPTs, PDFs, any new Excel sheets to share it with anybody. Because if you are adding a new line or a new product, or you're discontinuing something, all you have to do is just update the catalog by signing into your account and updating it. And the member has access to it at all times, your own customers. So by within one time effort, you are actually building a lot of assets for yourself and a lot of convenience as well for yourself. So let's talk about what is the essentials you need to meet. I hope my screen is visible. Saying paused. So I'll just share it again. Yeah. I hope my screen is visible now. Yeah. So what are the essentials we can do so that, my product is visible, is a good product catalog. So clear and sharp images, simple and descriptive product titles, detailed product descriptions, you have reviews and ratings, and one, your SEO optimized. And as of today, you also need to be AI optimized. So AI, and if you see today, even you must have changed that you are opening a GPT, or I mean a chat GPT or Gemini, to ask questions. Actually, how can I do this? Where do I look for suppliers of? I am looking for this raw material. Where can I search for it? Now, your product should come up in AI search as well. So if your product description also needs to be structured in a way that, one, it shows up in web results, which is like Google, etc. And second, now it shows up in AI results as well. So AI also has certain criteria. They love, they really look for snippets. They look for structured information. They look for bullet points. So if your description is not in that form, then you may just get ignored. You don't have good images. Your images are AI generated. Those kind of deprioritize you in the search results as well. Now we'll go back to each sales channel that you should be, we spoke about. And if you find it relevant, I would suggest you now open your notepad and write each sales channel over there. And then you put a tick over there, whether it's yes or a no, whether it's something which you would be interested in taking forward. And then you start after the discussion we have, then you can start working towards it. Because then you have also then prioritized whether which is a sales channel you would want to be visible in. And then you start working towards it. So we'll move to the first one, which is your company profile. We did see on your company profile that, how do you update it? But here is how an updated profile looks like after you do it from the back end. So you see a very nice banner. Just by looking at the banner, I'm able to understand what this business does. He's into agriculture and primarily into rice. That's his interest. But now when I scroll down, I see the business, his logo, etc. And I understand he's a service provider, contractor, etc. And I can see all his products mentioned over here. So apart from rice, he's also doing grains and pulses and spices, etc. So I can get to know much more about it. If I want to know more about the product, I can just click on it and it opens my product page on the globalLinker marketplace, and much more information I can read about it. If I want to know more about the company, this is what I can add over here as well. So I can, add a description about myself. Actually, description is more for Google to understand what you do. and a human being actually, is more visual, so they like to see all these images and logos, etc. So you have to try and meet everyone's expectations, and your profile needs to meet that. So one is, if you don't get discovered on Google, the buyer will not even see you. If the buyer has come to your profile and he doesn't understand what you do, then again he will not send you a an inquiry as well. So globalLinker has given the tools where, we help the buyer to reach out to you better. So here is where, if you click over here, you can actually send a message. The buyer can actually send you such quick messages over here. What are the available options? Please confirm bulk time, etc., etc. So all of this I can directly send it to the this. We make it so easy for the buyer to reach out to you, to chat with the owner directly. So all of this can be sent over here. And I have to now, as a business, I need to make my profile so strong that the buyer immediately sends me an inquiry, and I should be able to respond to it. So if I add my certifications, if I add my awards, I add my catalog correctly, then you're making a very strong case for the buyer to reach out to you. And when he comes only to your product page as well, so for example, when he came here to Wheat, I can send we also keep it as open for him to send you an inquiry from here as well. And here's when he sees that, okay, I want to see what this business is. He opens the company, he comes to the company profile, and we try to, again, put a case about your business over here. So we as a platform try to make it easy for the you and the buyer to connect. Now it's up to you how you can make your profile so strong and so good so that the buyers actually, get interested in you as and your business and your product and sends you an inquiry. So this is the first one, is your company profile. By default, when you create an account on globalLinker, you already have a company profile. It shows you a profile completion rate. I'm just trying to see, where did I show you? Yeah. So if I click over here, I can see my profile completion rate. So it tells me I'm 93% complete. So you would also come to know where is your profile completion rate and at what rate you need to be. Ideally, you need to be at 100, obviously, if you add all the fields. But then how nicely you do it, how well you do it also matters over here. That's one. The second point is, yeah, let's move to the next one. So this is a sales, and yeah, by default, you get a globalLinker profile and your product starts showing up on the globalLinker marketplace as well. So that's something by default, it's a given for you, because obviously you have come with an intention to get discovered, to get displayed. And in the first instance, we want you to start getting displayed. Now you have to make sure that your profile is updated so buyers start getting interested in you, your business, and your product. The second sales channel is globalLinker. globalLinker is a B2B marketplace. So we'll open globalLinker.com. So that's the buyer facing marketplace where they come and actually, search for products, etc. So when you see this, a buyer would typically look. So we tell them, either are you looking for a particular product, or are you looking for, sorry, you're looking for a particular product, or, I can search for this. So I will just write here, I had nursery pots, so I was searching for that. So I can see all the nursery pots which are supplied by suppliers, etc. And if I want, I can send an inquiry directly to them. I can directly send an inquiry now to this business. If I want to know more about this business, I can see their certifications. They have an IEC code, certification of incorporation. They're also registered in the COIR board. So this gives me the confidence that, okay, it's a solid business as well. I want to see their company profile also. I can visit their company profile and their banner is well updated, etc. They have so many other products which are there in their catalog. So I get more interested, and maybe I can send multiple inquiries as well. If I'm just looking for one, when I just started looking for one product. So that's where, the globalLinker marketplace helps. It's a B2B marketplace where you are displayed along with other suppliers as well, and you can start getting shown over here. So what is the checklist that you can start showing up on the globalLinker marketplace? So one is, you already add your products to your catalog, which is a one-time exercise. Then you visit globalLinker under sales channels. You assign or edit the globalLinker category. You wait for a product verification, because every product goes through a verification process before it gets listed. And then you can start enabling, disabling a product. So out of a product of 100, maybe you want to show 85 products on the platform. That's up to you. You can do that. The next is The next sales channel is, so if global link is a channel which you would want to update with, global link is a channel which you would like to get updated, you would like to list your products in, then in that case, you should show up. You should start getting listed over there. The next sales channel is a B2B website or your e-commerce store. So by adding your products the same way, you can actually create a storefront, very much like you see other storefront businesses, websites over there which help you create a website. The best part about this one is it's a no code website builder. So you don't need any code or anything to help you create the website. You can actually create it yourself as well. It works in a, in a template way. So we have more than quite a lot of templates designs which you can choose from. And after you choose your template, then you start putting the banners, etc. You put the navigation, your logo. So you update it almost like you're building your own B2B website, but without code. So it's very simple. And even the after management becomes very easy, because it's no code. So if you want to update a banner, you want to change something, you want to add a new navigation category, maybe you want to change the logo in future, etc. The phone number, the contact number needs to be changed. All of that can be done pretty easily just by simply entering into your seller panel. So I'll just quickly show you both the front and the back of that. So why it's mentioned as B2B website and e-commerce store is because the global linker store, as we call it, the hosting platforms called linker store, you can actually create a B2B website, which is where you can only take inquiries. Or the second option is you can also enable it to take purchases. So if you want to take purchases directly on your website, then you can also enable the purchase feature by setting up the payment gateway and shipping and etc. And then you can actually take orders right from your website as well. So it is a B2B website as well as e-commerce enabled right from your account. You just have to switch it. I'll show you some examples of a B2B website, of websites which I've created via globalLinker. So you see this one, it's an extremely high B2B business over here, extremely customized, no pricing displayed, and I can just send a request over here. So details are mentioned about the product, and if I want to, I can simply send an inquiry on this as well. And I can see all their entire catalog listing over here. So if somebody today's are saying that, okay, tell me what is this category of standard bevelers you're doing, that's all I just click on this, I get this URL, and that's what I share with my customers over here. I'm just sharing this with you so that you all can also browse through it at leisure later on. Another one, this is another example of a business which is into leather, and pretty nicely done website. So you can see a nice homepage, to attract the exporter market on the kind of the focus is on the product categories, the different type of products they are doing, and the workmanship. So a lot of neatness, cleanliness. So all of that comes out in the product pictures, And here again, if I want to go to a particular product page, I can directly just send an inquiry as well, and my company profile, my entire product range. So if I want to see what he's doing in leather belts, etc., I can just do that. Every page has a has an inquiry form. Why every page has a form on its own, even on the marketplace, even on the website? It's because Google indexes individual product pages, and Google gives more authority and more prioritization to products which have an individual page on its own. So for example, on my same page, if I have mango, banana, apple, and all the types of vegetables mentioned, I might get deprioritized in results for a person who's actually just looking for mangoes. Even though I'm supplying mangoes, I will not be shown, because there are other sellers who have a product page specially for mango. So I would definitely want to show, think about from Google's point of view. Google will definitely show those businesses which have a dedicated page for mango. Then if you have an inquiry page on your page itself, then you can actually get the inquiry. So now that's how your page has been built and how you do it. Yes, different pages actually should have different pages. Different products should have different pages. They cannot not, they can definitely have, but they should have it. That's what's important. Moving to the next one. This is okay, sorry. This is another example into gloves and all. We'll see if I can open it. Sorry. Okay, I'm not able to click it because the URL. Okay, we just leave it. So we move on to the next. Yeah. So the sales channels which you should be, this is another sales channels which you can actually build via Global Linker. We know it's understandable that, looking to create a website, going to a website developer, making that asset, and then having it, the website every time updated by somebody is too difficult. It's too time consuming. The best part about here is you get complete control over your account. You have complete control over your product catalog, and you can only do it yourself. So you can, you make it and you create it, you make your additions, you make your varieties, and you can do it. So how do you create your B2B website on an I can give you an example of a e-commerce store as well, which is here. So this is a beauty and cosmetics. They are into B2C. If you see, all their products are, they have also made it like this. So you can see I can actually add it to cart. I can complete a checkout. So I can view my cart now. I can see products, and there are a lot of customizations I can do. Like, I want 500 grams, I want 200 grams, and I can actually proceed to checkout. So all of this I can do over here, and I can complete my payment as well. This is what a B2C store looks like. While this looks the same, I'll go back to the home page. So I can also customize my home page, etc. Do all of this. My product starts showing a price, and after I show a price, I can also start showing a add to cart feature. But I have obviously set up all of that in advance so that I'm able to show that in the storefront. So you can see I want one pack of 20 grams, 50 grams, add to cart, etc. So I can do so many variations can be offered to do that. Moving on. Yeah. So how do you start creating a B2B website or an e-commerce store? You've already added your products to your catalog. You've already done it once. Then there's a My Store option over there. And then you select your theme, you create your storefront and policies, you create your categories, your navigation, you add your banners. If you're into e-commerce, you set up your payment and shipping options, and then you publish your store. This gives you your own asset. It's your own property. It's your own online shop, which you are selling, where you have created, and now people are just coming and visiting it. So I think it's a great asset to build. And I'm sure today I don't need to sell. I don't even need to tell, sorry, not even sell. I don't even need to convince you to tell you that why it's mandatory to have a website anymore. It's just a given that if you are doing a business, you are online, you need to have your own domain, you need to have your own domain email ID, you need to have your website, and you need to be present on marketplaces. The next sales channel. So if a B2B website is something which you either don't have, you have, but it's outdated, or you need to check it, whether it is outdated and it's working for you. Is it Google ready? Is it AI ready? That's something which you need to also figure out if you already have a website. Is it optimized for Google search? Is it optimized for AI search? That's something which you need to check if you already have a website as well. And then you need to you need to work on, getting your website out there. The next sales channel is ONDC. ONDC is the Open Network of Digital Commerce, which is an initiative by the Government of India. And it's basically created, it was basically built so that every business gets an opportunity to sell online. Currently ONDC is supporting only uh, B2C segment, and we very well know after some time that ONDC will also be moving on to B2B as well, and which is why we are a ONDC seller participant, a network participant from the seller side, where we can enable you as a seller to start showing your products for sale on different ONDC network participants. So if like Paytm Mall or My Store, etc., those are buy mall. Somebody's buying over there. Just by putting a product over here, your product starts showing up in different ONDC channels as well. So ONDC has its own requirements to get showing up on the ONDC network. So you'll have to do all of these. So you add your ONDC category, you enable it, you'll have to give some compliance information, etc. And then you can start showing up in the ONDC network. The next one is the Indian Business Portal. Indian Business Portal is, an initiative by FIO. So I'll just show you the live platform only. Yeah. It's by FIO, and FIO, it basically wants to encourage all exporters to have an online presence. And this is how they do it. They have created a marketplace. It's an inquiry only marketplace where if you are an exporter and you have an IEC code, you can just start showing the products over here and getting inquiries. So they, they encourage all their contacts who are looking for products from India. They ask them to visit the Indian business portal and look through this entire catalog of products. So you can see the industries, the several industries that that Indian business portal is currently with, and it's covering almost all industries. So you should, if you're an exporter and you have an IEC code, you should get listed over here so that you get this for inquiries. The inquiries which are placed by buyers via FIO are also listed over here. So you can actually come and visit this page as well to view if there are any additional inquiries that you should be looking for. So ONDC is something which you should be a part of if you are an exporter. And this is just a checklist. So you add your products to your catalog, which you have already done. You set up your e-commerce store, etc. And you visit the Indian business portal and you set up the category. You verify your IEC because that's a critical compliance requirement, and you submit it for verification. So I would like to run a short poll before I move to the next segment, is that we spoke about the 5 sales channels. So like I said, this is more so to give you an understanding of what are the visibility options that we are giving you. And if buyers are searching in all of these places, whether it's Google, whether it's your, via Google, they want to see your website, they want to see you on a different marketplace, which is either Indian Business Portal or globalLinker or on the ONDC network. Now, which is the channel that you want to be present on? You can be present at all 5 as well. But, which is your priority over here? I will run a small poll right now, and I'll request you to participate in that poll. I'll just run it for the next 1 minute. And please, I think you can, yeah, I hope you can see this on your screen. If you can just tell me a yes or a no. And do submit your answers for the poll. The idea is to tell you and let you know, that what is your interest level? Where is it that you want to get yourself visible over here? So visibility is one of the key factors. While we cannot guarantee leads, we cannot tell you that you will get this lead, you will get, a great lead, it will convert into a sale, because that is not the right promise that we can offer. What we can definitely do is we will tell you, these are the 5 channels which are available, and you should be visible in any of these channels. But obviously, it should work with your business strategy. If it doesn't work with your business strategy, then that's not a sales channel that you should be, and you should not put your effort also over there. I'll give it another 10 seconds more. I would really encourage all of you to participate. Okay, I'm stopping now. I'll just share the results so you all know. Right. So, I've got a 52% participation. And what I see, what we see over here is that almost everyone, has mentioned that you're looking for a B2B website or an e-commerce store, followed by the globalLinker marketplace, followed by Indian Business Portal, and by ONDC. So I think we should get started from there almost immediately. And we'll connect with you to discuss this as well. So I'm stopping sharing. I would like to show you what some businesses on globalLinker have actually done. We want to see an output, right? So we also want to think that how will my business look if I do so much of effort, etc., and I, end up showing over here. So here is 1 or 2 businesses I've taken as case studies who are actually getting listed over here. And I can also show you some results. So you look at this. There's a business, Agilon Cables India Private Limited. They are into cables and wires. They are a manufacturer and they are an exporter. They look at exporting in different, continents, Australia, Europe, etc. That's where they look at. And yeah, when they created their account on globalLinker, one, they listed their entire product catalog on the globalLinker marketplace. So I'm showing that to you. So the entire catalog is over here. I'll just click on one of them. And you can see there are all of these. This way I can send an inquiry directly for it. I can just do this. So I can see their entire catalog on globalLinker Marketplace. I'll close a couple of windows. Yeah. They're also listed on the Indian Business Portal. So here's the Indian Business Portal and their entire catalog. The same catalog is also displayed over here. So dual visibility. And here, they also built their own B2B website using the globalLinker hosting capability. And this is their website as it currently looks like right now. They're showing their product categories, their featured products. They're trying to build their case that they're a very solid business. So you can see the certifications, etc. They're showing images about their participations in different trade shows, etc. So they're trying to establish their authority and their this in this. So all their category of their products, etc. I can see. And now the entire category of products I can say. Now let's take an example where I'm this is my business and you are a customer, you are my prospective customer or my existing customer, and you say, send me all the mm, rubber cables that you're doing. So this is one product, and I'll say here, this is it. This is my logo. This is my link, sorry, of my product catalog. Just send it. Now imagine how difficult it would have been that if I would have had to check in my computer for a catalog, email it to you, check with you if you've got it, and then I don't even know if I'll get an inquiry from you. But here I send this, he opens it, and then he can just send an inquiry. I put a specifications document also over here, and I can directly send an inquiry to him over here. So I am making the buyer's life extremely simple. That is the best part about this. I'm just giving you an example. I'm chatting it to you so you can see it yourself as well. And you can also explore. Another business in a different category into bags and handicrafts is JFS Global Trade. Again, they are listed on the Global Linker marketplace. So they are trying to showcase that they can do several types of jute bags and handicraft bags, and they are into customization. Just by looking at this catalog, I can make out that he's able to do so many customizations and sell this. So as an exporter, I get confidence that I'm able to, I can reach out to him for certain things. And here they are also listed on Indian Business Portal. And they've also built their own B2B website. So one thing is very important when you are establishing, trust and confidence about yourself is about having an about us section. Just having about us and mentioning who we are, our company history today doesn't work. You need to start building your case about your business. So you need to say, what are your certifications? Why are you in the business? What is your export process? Because I need to know as a buyer that I'm not going to get stuck in any hassle when I start transacting with you. What are my sourcing and procurement, policies, or how do I do that? So people abroad, actually, in Europe, etc., are very particular about clean sourcing, about good compliance, about meeting certain global standards. If that's something which you meet, you should be pointing it out, and you should be sharing it with on here. All of this gets indexed on the web as well. Your certifications and compliance is something which you should be you know putting across over here as well. These are all standard certificates which are always visible, and you show it. And the more you show it, the more better it is for to establish buyer confidence. So here are some cases, and I would just like to add that one of the inquiries he did get after getting going live was from directly on his website is by a buyer. They got an inquiry from Netherlands. So and I think they're actively working on it right now. So the fact that you start getting visible online is a great, medium for you to start getting displayed over here. Moving on to the next part is this is your seller panel, which we already went through, so I'm not spending much time on it. You can update your catalog over here. You can see your statistics. You can, manage your profile, etc. This is the backend really. I'll show you the store backend because I did mention it and we did not go through that. I'll just check for it. Hmm. So if you start building a store, so you can actually do all of this. So these are all your sales channels, your store. Oh, now this is in beta mode and I missed pointing this out, but we can now your same catalog can also be synced on WhatsApp. So if you have, you can, you create your own WhatsApp business number from here, and you can sync your business number with your WhatsApp catalog. So directly from WhatsApp itself, your product can be seen. You can get an inquiry on your product as well. And you can start chatting with the buyer who is seeing your product on your WhatsApp business number right over there. So I think that's great. As in, with your one catalog gives you an additional display of getting displayed on the WhatsApp business. And Indian Business Portal, you can actually set up a supply chain as well. globalLinker Marketplace, ONDC dashboard, and your company profile. And here is where you can actually do your order management. You can see all your inquiries. This is a test account, so please ignore. But yeah, so these are all the inquiries in one place. I can check it either in my chat or I can check it here. So this came via RFQ on globalLinker. This came from globalLinker Marketplace. Uh, okay. This came from my website or my for my website. So you can see this came from my profile. So I can actually come to know from where I'm actually getting my inquiries. So you know that all your assets are actually working for you. I think that's something when we want to see results on where my profile is actually getting displayed. These are actually outputs which you can be looking for, which is why I'm just showing it to you. And you can start looking at these places. Accessing a seller account. Yeah, so you just sign into your account and we have covered that. I'm not going there. If you're selling, you would also be buying. So you can actually dive into the same network and connect with other SMEs so that they can be suppliers for you and you all can work with each other. So if you are looking for something, you can come to the globalLinker Marketplace and search. You can also raise an inquiry for something and look for it. All of this is available in a DIY mode, means you can do the setup and everything yourself. And we have created these many resources which can help you do all of this yourself. So we have linkers to assist, which can help you, where you can see there are tutorials and videos. There are webinars like these, and they're specialized webinars, which are conducted by my colleague actually. And, you can attend those to understand each channel better and how do you get it this. So if you have the time, you can attend those sessions to understand those platforms better and start working towards getting listed over there and use the support videos and tutorials for additional support. You can also reach out to our support desk for that. We also have a community, this where you can, participate in. Again, I cannot click it. I'll try and make it small. So we have a Facebook community and I would encourage you to join there. So again, we put in there's a lot of interaction happening over there. So I'm sending the link here. Do join that as well. I'm sharing that. And we have assisted services as well, where in case you think you want to get it done in 15 days and you don't want to spend more time because there's a learning that you will have to do to complete the setup in any platform which you would do. There was a learning involved, which involves time and effort. In case you want to do it faster, quicker, and you want to get set up quickly, we do offer assisted services as well, where we do the entire setup for you and get you displayed in all the sales channel as relevant and give it back to you with marketplace listings, with a website, with all of that, and with good expert SEO and AI optimized content as well. So you can, be displayed over there. Currently, you may be on the blue plan. So we do have two types of plans. I'll just put that this and being up in the blue plan, you have access to some limited features over here. So the B2B website feature is actually locked for the Premium Plus plan. And the Premium Plus plan is a subscription driven offer where you have certain core features where you can respond to unlimited RFQs. You can, you get priority visibility in searches, etc. So all of this, you get these additional access and benefits by being a part of the Premium Plus plan. But yes, the Blue plan gives you a lot of flexibility to get listed on both the marketplaces, to have your own good company profile and your catalog as well with unlimited products. So as a starter, Blue plan is good. And you can explore the Premium Plus plan as well. I'm leaving the door open for questions now because we have around 5 minutes to go. And if you have any questions, I'm going through the chats right now to see any previous questions are there. If you do have any more questions, please chat them and I'll quickly try to answer them. So hi to everyone who have introduced themselves. Aparna, I think I've already shown you from where you can update your this. It's from here on the top right. You can see your name and all. And here is where you can actually update your profile. Deepak Kumar is asking, can we do bulk? Yes, you can update your entire catalog in bulk. So it is a very standard feature where you want to update your catalogs. So I show it to you from the dashboard. So when you do products over here, there is an option to add in bulk. So bulk import and bulk, where you can download the template and you can do it. But bulk facility is available in the Premium Plus plan. Different products can have different pages. Yes, different products should have different pages. Aparna is asking, I'm into pickles and makhana and some non-food items, and my categories will be different. Yes, you're right. And as you see, you can show multiple categories in your same account, whether it's your website or even on your marketplace, etc. You can still show multiple categories over there. Aparna is asking, ONDC is for Indian. Yes, ONDC is local. I would say it is national. And yeah, it is for Indian buying only. And that also retail. Aparna is asking, for any brand, do we need to have an NOC from that brand for bulk selling? Ideally, yes. So if you would like to sell a particular brand's products, you would be entering into an agreement as a seller with them. So that's a standard selling agreement. And if you want to sell something online, you need to have an additional agreement to because now online becomes another channel even for them, where they also sometimes sell directly. So they do a D2C. So brands, either they allow it with some restrictions, or they just don't allow it. So you will have to check with the brand in question if which category of this they are falling into, and then you should be compliant with those requirements. uh, so Bhavesh is asking, can I have a recording? Yes, you will get a recording because you've registered and attended. Sagar is asking why we have not received any inquiry. Sagar, I think we'll need to review your profile and your website as well, that why you're not receiving it. Because again, I've been reiterating that your product content needs to be very strong. Is it Google SEO friendly? It's written in that format or no? Is it AI friendly or no? All of that has to be met. So we also actually, I would just like to add over here, because this question was asked. We do a digital discoverability or a visibility analysis of your entire digital presence online. It covers your website if you have one, your current profile, and then we score you and we tell you that from 0 to 100 where you're standing, what are the drawbacks which are holding you back from a complete visibility, and how can you increase your visibility, and what are the next steps you should do. It is done by an expert, by my colleague who is an expert, and then he provides this analysis to you, and you have a complete walkthrough of that thing. So we do this as a small, there's a small charge attached to it. I can share that link with you. I would encourage you, if something which, because many of us do ask ourselves that, is this for me? Do I want to, do I need to, how do I know whether my website is working for me, etc. In that case, it is important for you to know that as well. So you can actually sign up for the digital discoverability report. I'm just sharing it over here. Yeah. And if you opt for our website services after that, then this digital discoverability report cost gets completely refunded. It gets adjusted against it. So do check it out. And if that's something which you're looking to audit your social presence, then you should avail of this as well. One second. John Jairaj, how can I get technical help to list products in my website? John, as I said, we do offer assisted services, to help you get listed in all the platforms in quick time. So I'll have my colleague reach out to you to discuss this in detail. What is the CSV file and how to upload? It's actually very self-explanatory, and I'll show it to you. I'm just trying to open the page. Sorry, there are too many pages open. Yeah. So you download the CSV template. It is an Excel file which gets downloaded, and it's a format like it has several columns, almost from 1 to 25, 30 columns are there, where it starts from SKU, product name, quantity, description, etc. So you keep adding all of that information. So you add all of that information, and then it starts getting displayed over there. And you add all of those details. If you have 50 products, you just add it in that Excel sheet, your image URLs and all, and you do it in one upload, and everything starts getting displayed over it. That's the benefit of having a bulk upload. Uttam is asking, uniform manufacturing ready-made garments and cloth inquiry. Yeah, that's a good business you're doing, so I think you should be online. Why not? And present it as a, custom manufacturing, etc. You can do so much. Okay, so I think there's another question which I have missed in the Q&A. Suresh is asking, when the client agrees to pay through bank, is my bank account linked for payment? Yes. So the fact that when I mentioned, if you're doing a e-commerce store integration, you will be creating you'll be creating an online, you'll be creating an agreement with the likes of Razorpay, which is one of the most reputed online payment gateway partners, and your bank account gets linked over there. So in your website, the complete payment comes to you because, again, like I said from the beginning, it's your asset. So if you're creating an e-commerce store, yes, you would be getting the complete the payment comes to you. If And yes, our globalLinker marketplace also accepts payment, but in that case the payment comes to us till you complete the delivery. Then we keep the payment with us, and after the delivery is confirmed, like the buyer gets and the return period is complete, then we hand over the payment to you. So that's typically a marketplace agreement and a policy how you work. So if there's any other questions, and I'm happy to share. Otherwise, we are almost done. And if you have any, you can obviously, you're free to reach out to me for any questions you may have, and I'll be happy to answer them. So you would get a recording over here, and I'm looking forward to seeing you build your catalog in future. And if you need services coming from us or any support, please write to our help desk, and we're pretty prompt in answering back. So I wish you all the best, and I hope this has been a useful and an enjoyable discussion for you. And I hope you are able to move ahead in a more constructive way after this conversation. Thank you so much. Goodbye.